Newcastle United will be going onto that training field very soon, but unfortunately they won't be going on there with Fabian Schar. Fabian Schar has been hit by Newcastle United's injury crisis, and they won't have the services of the centre-back going into this big game against Burnley. It's another big blow for Newcastle, especially as Sven Botman and Jamal Lascelles are already a man down. But for all Newcastle's problems this season, they just seem to keep on getting through it. And in a way, I don't know how they've done it. I don't know how Eddie Howe has got Newcastle in contention for a Europa place going into these final four games. And regardless of the injury blow, the size of their injury blow, the length of it, Sandro Tonali being banned, they managed to continue to get through. So that has to bode well with this latest absentee. It's a real shame for Fabian Schar because he was an ever-present. He would have wanted that ever-present tag. He would have wanted being going into the Euros fit and firing. It now puts a question mark over his involvement in that. Maybe Newcastle are almost helping him, have a chance to play in that tournament because they don't come very often for an international player. Certainly a player coming into the autumn of his career like Fabian Schar. So a big blow for him. Eddie Howe talking about the game tomorrow, saying he was looking for Newcastle to improve their away form, wants Newcastle to almost improve their away form because they want to go into next season with a much better record than they have. The away form has let them down this season. It's the home form that's kept Newcastle in contention for Europe. I asked Eddie Howe if he was striving for perfection going into this game, or would he have taken, a couple of results in the run-in where they might end up scraping a result like they did with the Fulham game. I'm sure the fans would take a scrappy 1-0 win, and Eddie Howe pretty much said, given the stage of the season, he would as well. So Newcastle will have to show their battling side. They're going to have to go into this one knowing that Chelsea are breathing down the neck after beating Tottenham last night to stay in the hunt. You can't believe Chelsea, given the season they've had, are even in with a shout of this. But, it's probably going to go down to the last week of the season in terms of who's going to get that Europa League place, the Europa Conference League place. But Eddie Howe seemed in good spirits today. 2,300 fans going down to Turf Moor. They'll also want to see Newcastle sign off on a high going into the last three games. And really, Newcastle, on the back of beating Sheffield United 5-1, they're in confident mood.